Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Total Control with SD Huesca. Now, I thought today we'd start on the squad, my squad base analysis page, mainly because I wanted to have a look at one main factor: points per game. Who has been on the... I don't even know how it counts this, because these guys have played matches, and I'm pretty certain that Joe Willock's been in the team when we've won matches or got points. So I think this must be start only. I don't know. Has to be something along those lines. But essentially, I wanted to see who's been in the team for the most sort of points. And you'll notice that Ibrahim Amadou stands out amongst them. You know, he started 7 games, and we've gained nearly 2 points a game in the games that Ibrahim Amadou has started. And I think that goes to show just how much of a key signing he's been for us this year. Not entirely sure of the reasons why, but I am not one to question things when things are going well like that. You also notice Ben Woodburn has had a reasonable impact on us. You know, he scored that beautiful winner against Valladolid, which honestly could be what keeps us up towards the end of the year. But what you'll also notice as well, Juanpi, a little bit lower down. Now, that could be because, of course, he's played most of the season in the early stages too, before the things changed around. So we do need to be careful about talking about that with the likes of him and Yaya Toure, particularly when it comes to average rating. He and Yaya Toure both stand out as the only players that have breached the 7 barrier this year. I mean, that really is saying something. Toure has been an absolute god for us this season, but Juanpi has been bloody excellent as well. And I genuinely think the reason we've struggled, and I say struggled, over the past few matches, in the Valladolid result, the Valencia game, and the home draw against Leganes. I know we gained 4 points from those matches, but honestly, it should have been 6. And by should, I don't mean that we deserved 6, although I think we probably did. I feel like we would have got 6, at least, had it not been for the lack of Juanpi. Chong, fair enough, he did get us the equaliser against Leganes, fair enough. But I don't think he's anywhere near on Juanpi's level, and I think we really are missing Juanpi, and hopefully we can get him back. He's not going to be back for Eibar, but he should be back for the next episode against Sociedad, which is going to be difficult, but it is a home game. So that's kind of I think that's been our biggest drawback from those last few matches. We still should have taken our chances, because it wasn't like we didn't create, it just took us a bit longer. But that being said, I still think that maybe we would have won. We would have definitely beaten Leganes, I think, if Juanpi was in the team. Now, also, in addition to this, you can see just how good Carlos Ocapo has been. 1.41 this season as well. His cross completion is 16%. When you compare that to Walker Peters, his is 8. Like, that is drastically different. And I think I was a little bit too harsh on Carlos Ocapo. He made a couple of mistakes. Can't deny that. Sometimes they own goals, though. I think you can criticise players too much for when they score an own goal, because sometimes that's just going to happen, and it's one of those things. It's very unfortunate. Sometimes it just isn't anything they can do about it, and he's a bit unlucky. I still think he's been a standout player for us this season, certainly in comparison to Kyle Walker-Peters, it's fair to say. And also, when you compare the cross completion, which I think is quite an important factor, of Juanpi of 21 down to Chong of 11, that is a huge difference. It's more than double the amount of crosses that Juanpi is completing, and that's fair to say is something quite important. Now, one other thing I thought I'd take a little look at is the fact that, okay, Woodburn's not played enough, but the fact is, Gabardino Mango has got a goal. I mean, he's got 3 goals for us this season, and Juan Hernandez only has 4 himself. Gallego's only got 4 himself. Our strikers have certainly not been pulling up trees, it's fair to say. Maybe it was the Manga Man we needed all along, but I'm going to give Juan Hernandez another chance today. I don't know, he missed some gilt-edged chances against Leganes. Sure, he's not going to score every chance. You can't expect a player to do that, but it's getting a bit ridiculous now. That one, I think I was a bit harsh by calling it an open goal, but he still should have been doing better than he did. And he had another chance not long after that really was like clean through, got to score. So to miss both of them is unacceptable. One of them, fine, but that's really, really poor from him, because that could have given us the win. But that's life. We've got to move on and go into a tough one today, away at Eibar. I'm not really sure how to handle this one. Probably going to go on cautious and try and play it a little bit like we did the Espanyol match, really, and try to be a bit more compact away and try and sneak a draw, maybe. We've got one of the 10 points I want. Let's go get another one. So Alaves beat Vallecano, so it's another defeat for Vallecano. They have won a few games in there, but they're still sort of struggling. We're still doing all right, though, based on the pure fact that we are in better form than Getafe and Girona. They are really, really trash at the moment. Inevitably, that'll come back to bite me in the arse, but you see what I mean. They're in free fall, conceding goals left, right and centre, and not scoring very many at all. And I don't know how many more points we're going to need to get over them, considering we've got to go to both their grounds, in order to actually stay up here. Valladolid have played a game more and trail us by 4 points. That is looking like they're in trouble. I genuinely think it's between... I think they're probably gone. I think it's between us, the 2 G clubs, and Real Betis. I think that Vallecano are probably just about safe, but we'll see. If we were to beat Eibar, maybe they'd pull them back in, but I don't think so somehow. Right, Eibar on the weekend. What do I fancy for this one? I think we need to be, again, going for teamwork here, because I think teamwork's worked quite well for us this season. Obviously, we're going to put in our usual ones. Now, what do I want to get rid of? I want to remove ground defense, I think, and put in one of our set piece ones. I'm trying to just limit the amount of training we're doing by, instead of adding a third session, just putting in... Yeah, in fact, we're going to put another session in here. Just a nice, simple 1-4 set pieces for defending corners. Because I'm going to keep trying to drum that into the players as much as possible. Keep the training relatively light to avoid injuries, because we really can't risk losing players right now. Juanpi is bad enough that we lost him. And the fact that there's a midweek game here, I assume we've got one on a Sunday too. Luisinho also can't come back fast enough. I know that Jose had that one good game, but he has been dreadful this season, and I really do think Luisinho needs to start. Esheta again is another slight issue there, but Juanpi should be back on the 21st, which means maybe for the Sociedad game, but I don't know whether we want to risk him. Maybe bring him on as a sub in that game and then have him fully fresh for Betis, because that is huge. Also feels weird to come in towards the end of the season. We've got 8 games left, which pretty much means 8 more episodes, unless we suddenly get put into a cup final that I don't know about. It's been a fun one, in honesty. I've been enjoying just taking my time over things. I feel like I've learned a lot about FM from doing this, and it's going to make, I think, Notts County... I am so excited for FM20. I don't think I've ever been this excited for a new cycle of a game. Sometimes I'm just like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. But this, I am pumped for FM20. Rebuilding Notts County. Regan Booty's in the house. We need to choose a manager for that too. I know there's not a huge viewership for this one, but, you know, if you do have any ideas for who you want to see manage the Notts County save, drop them in the comments. I'll obviously do a proper poll later on a separate video or something. But obviously, the usual rules apply. Must be a regen player. No real players, unfortunately, just because, you know, you don't want to go down that road. And also, they can't have managed one of the clubs on my previous save. So let me know in the comments who you'd want to see manage Notts County. I have a feeling of the kind of players that it was going to be. My assistant wants me to praise Juan Hernandez's form. That's going to be a no from me. Torre, however, does deserve it. Okay, so pre-match press conference. Yeah, I can. I do believe it makes us, well, not the favourites to stay up. I feel like Barcelona are the favourites to stay up. Yaya Toure, I can't believe how good he's been for us this year. I mean, I kind of can, but I kind of figured it was going to go one or two ways with Toure. Either he'd do this, or he'd be totally useless, be injured all the time, and not give a shit. That's what I was kind of expecting, in all honesty, but well played to it. Okay, pre-match briefing. Now, obviously, we're not going to go on positive. I'm going to just ignore that for now, basically, and go just to the hit early crosses one, since... the players like it. I know that that's irrelevant to what this screen does, but I've still yet to figure out what this actually is for. So maybe it's just a menu they've put in for FM20 to actually do something. I don't know. Honestly, I think that right there might well be one of the final nails in their coffin, to be honest. They're 2 games more ahead than us, and they're already 4 points behind us. I mean, they could conceivably be 10 points behind us if we were to somehow win both those games in hand. They've only got 6 points to save themselves, 6 games to save themselves, and they are looking in no danger of doing that right now. I think we can pretty much write them off along with Leganes, who... honestly, right, Leganes' record of goals and conceded, like, if they could score a few more goals, I genuinely think they'd have done a lot better. I think they've been a bit hard done by in terms of their actual points gathered, because... a lot of the teams around them, in terms of their goal differences, goals scored and conceded, aren't a lot worse, but Leganes just do not seem to have got the luck in the games. Other games today, so, big, oh, there's some big stuff here. So, Betis are away at Celta Vigo. That is good, because that feels like a type of game that Celta Vigo should be able to go and beat them there. However, Getafe against Leganes, that concerns me, because that should be a home banker for Getafe, and that could pull us right back into that battle. Unless Leganes come up with a miracle. If they could win at Getafe, that would be so pleasing for me. Let's face it, though, it's unlikely. So... strategy for today's game. I'm going to go with the same lineup. No, I'm not. Gonzalo Malero will come back in. He is on a booking, so we've got to be careful here. I think we've got a lot of players on bookings, actually, too, so that could be a bit of a concern for me as well. Walker-Peters definitely not starting this match at all. Ocapo's in as well. Luisinho will start, though. That's fine. Insua and Costas. Are they on the right feet? He's very strong right foot, left foot reasonable. So basically the same. So I'm going to make sure that... I think I want Insua to be essentially not at the weak point. You know what I mean? Nice little links building up here, though. So bench-wise, Mango, Walker-Peters, Willock, Woodburn, Miramon, Rivera, and of course Alex Gaia. Okay, see what they're going to do then. I mean, that's... we do like this system to play against. They're most vulnerable to facing us. I mean, they can concede chances every... more than one a game, basically. Okay, so they've got a deep line playmaker, an inside forward with a wing back presumably going to overlap there. They've got Charles up top. Let's see what their mentality is like. Positive, structure. They are the home team as well, so see how they is. So they didn't play that style against Atletico, but they did play that style against Girona and comfortably beat them with De Blasis doing a good job. But Oriana was also very, very good in that game. They conceded a decent amount from crosses, although it's not like a massive amount. It's not like the 40% we've seen from other ones, but from outside the area, unfortunately, the matches we've got analysed, the only one they actually played this style in is this one. They were very, very good. What were they like in terms of... so they actually gave Girona a bit of possession, but they had a decent number of shots. Formation analysis. So they've used traditionally speaking, actually, they've generally used a 4-4-2 for a lot of the season. Weirdly, they've actually created a decent amount of chances against big teams playing this way. So what about formations faced? So they're generally speaking create a lot against teams who match them with that system, but teams who play this style against them, i.e. what we do, even similarly rated ones, tend to concede create a decent number of chances against them. Because when you look at the formations we've faced, we've been relatively average, you know, pretty much dead even, really, against teams that play the same system as us. But the one we really do flourish against, it would seem, is this one. The system they're playing. Like, 12 chances created to 5 conceded is an awful lot of swing in our direction. And I think we might have something here. And I wonder if we could maybe go positive against them. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go positive here. This game is set up in terms of the way things have set up. Looks like it's the kind of game that we could actually go and have a crack at. Just my thoughts on it anyway. So, sensible to go in hard on De Blasis. Okay, so he seems like the most important player on the pitch for them. And we're going to go completely after him. Cucurella is an overlapper, which is fine. They've got Samu on the right-hand side, who's most dribbles per match. So, Oriana has the most assists, but he does not appear to be starting this match. He's usually the guy that plays here on the right. So we might just... And they're on the slide. Look at this. We'll leave it at that for now. Go after De Blasis and kind of press Juan Jordan a little bit, just to sort of get him unsettled, since he clearly is their key man. Normally I'd be against the idea, but when you look at the way things are set up, in that they're not particularly great when they play this system against certain sides. Also, we've got a good record against teams that play this shape. I think we could find spaces. We can always switch things around if we need to. And again, he's just been rested. I'm going to keep saying that. Poor Enric. Like, I mean, hey, if Juan Hernandez carries on at this rate, it's either going to be him or Mango that comes back in. Right then. Big game away at Eibar. We beat them earlier this season, which was nice. Looked pretty good on the night as well. Tough start here. Eibar having all of the early possession. We've had this happen in previous games, though. Remember Villarreal? They kind of dominated the early stages and then completely gave up the ghost later on. Oh my god, what's the defender doing? Luisinho's ball across, and Chong! Oh, nice play. Keep it tight so far. Oh, yeah, sorry, they're like a bit of a play. Malero! Yes, come on. That is an insanely nice piece of work from a set piece. We've scored a set piece. Gonzalo Malero's third of the season. It feels like a long time since he scored. Yeah, this is wonderful. This is what we tried to do a couple of games ago, where Chong was in that position. And he missed the cross. But this time, Torres actually put it on a plate for Gonzalo Malero, and now we have the lead away at Eibar. This is the perfect start to the match. Do we go cautious now, or do we just keep going? Possession's coming back our way, but we've only had one shot so far in this game, and it's been our goal. I'm thinking if this carries on like this, and we get to like the half an hour mark, I might be tempted to... Oh, God. Oh, no. No. Well, there you go. That's kind of been coming, in all honesty, although admittedly it is their first shot on target. That's frustrating. I was thinking about heading back to cautious if we got to half an hour at 1-0, but this is just an awkward one. Brilliantly headed away. Oh, my God. Keeper's out of position. But yet again, we've conceded a goal because the ball has just hit our player and he's just not even bothered to try and control it. It's frustrating when that happens, I'll admit. We conceded a goal against Valencia, I think, doing that exact thing. Possession's coming back our way still. Luisinho, go on, use him. Ball in. Chong! Oh, God. Just going to make sure that Amadou stays back from corners as well on that side, so that Luisinho can take them and we don't have to worry about conceding a goal from it. Costas, that's not good, really, mate. Oh, come on. That should have been a goal for Eibar. All because of a shocking defensive header for no reason. Round the side for a cup. That's a really good ball. He's got to find a cross, and he doesn't. Hernandez has put it in the back of the net. We're 2-1 up here away at Eibar. And honestly, I don't know if we deserve it or not, but we've created some good chances. But then they also just have... This is a wonderful piece of play as well, by the way. Carlos Acapo. This is a wonderful ball from Malero into the channel for Acapo. He's got in behind. This is a phenomenal ball. Lovely little glancing header, though, from Hernandez to make it 2-1 to Wescott. We are showing some fight today. Now what? Enric. Oh, God. Oh, what a save from Jovanovic. That is a big, big stop from the lad. We might go cautious for the second half, try and shut this game down a little bit. But I just want to see if there's any more chance for us in this first half to maybe grab a third goal, since we are capable of that. Insua. Galan. Bit of space for him to run into, maybe. Finds Hernandez. Galan. That was always a tough angle for him, but he has hit the target again, and we've created another chance against them. As far as going towards my 10 points from those final 9 games is concerned, this would be a good step in the right direction if we were to grab a win here. Ooh, what do? Where are they getting the ball? A lot. It's obviously on this side. I do think that I want to just close down Cucurella a little bit more. Pablo de Blasis and Enric. I think we're going in too hard on de Blasis. I'm going to just turn that off. I think we're giving away too many fouls on him. We can mark him tightly without, you know, doing ridiculousness. The question now is, do we Do we stick or twist? We're 2-1 up, away from home, created some good opportunities, could maybe have had another goal as well, but we did also concede an opportunity ourselves. We'll see what they do. I'm content to stay on positive for now, but I don't really want to... What difference is it? Is it literally just... The only difference, I think, is in the mentality. Maybe we should actually go to cautious for the sake. I think we'll have to adjust it on the fly. I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't, because no matter what I do, if they score, it'll be the wrong decision, won't it? So it's one of those things we just kind of got to go for it, I think. This is still going to be tough. No matter what you do, I like the... My frustration with these is the fact that I don't have the option to tell my players to do this from an attacking free kick. You can only have one player make far post runs, yet they can get loads of players to do it. It's an initial perfect save, but yet again, and I'm just so bored of it. Right, we're going to switch back to positive again. We might as well. I'm just clipped in. Oh, what a save from Jovanovic. And yeah, Eibar have sort of stepped it up a little bit in the second half, which is weird because they weren't doing that earlier this season. When we first started playing this strategy, they weren't conceding that many free kicks anymore, and now they've gone back to doing it, which is strange to me. Toure, Galan, maybe looking behind for someone. That's nice play. Toure, Malero, can see it through for someone. Chong. Oh, tipped over the bar. Really nice work there. We're definitely in this game, and that's the main thing, but I really do want the win, given how well we played in that first half. Admittedly, conceding those chances at the start of the second half has certainly not helped us. Oh, for God's sake, stop. Oh, he's gone out of play. Brilliant tackle from Amadou. That's where Chong needs to get on his bike. Now he can be looking through the middle. He does. Hernandez is in. How is he missing these? Like, how is that not a clear-cut chance, by the way? That one is about the definition of a clear-cut opportunity as you're going to get. Amadou. Chong again. Chong was a great ball through from Chong, by the way. Malero. Oh, slip it through. He's going to be shooting, isn't he? Luisinho. Oh, and a great save. That was a good, not a good opportunity. It's a tough one for someone like Luisinho, though he does have decent finishing. We've been pretty damn good in this match, I have to say. Like, full credit to the lads from an attacking standpoint. They've been excellent. Created chances, having shots, all sorts. Costas. Ball in, and Hernandez has put it in. That's 3-2, and that... Is he just good in the air or something? He could score brilliant goals with his head. That's twice tonight. And by the way, David Costas, again... Brilliant cross from the centre-back here. Malero puts it out wide to Insua. And Costas, for a centre-back, this is one hell of a ball. Completely unmarked is Hernandez in the area. Lovely header from him. And we are 3-2 up. I think I just want to stay on positive here and just keep doing what we're doing. I kind of want to get Willock on for Toure for the final 10 minutes here. Just to rest Toure out, because we're going to need him for the next game. Particularly if Hernandez scores here. He won't. That was a difficult chance for him. I don't know how is that one a clear-cut chance, but not the one when he's actually central? Doesn't make any sense to me. If he'd have scored that, I would have been amazed, considering his finishing ability today. Going to turn the time wasting on to frequently for the final couple of minutes of this match, just to sort of see this out, hopefully, anyway. And Gaillard, go on, lad. Ball in behind for Hernandez. It's a great first touch from Hernandez. Oh, and a great save from the goalkeeper. But again, he can't do the he really cannot seem to score chances when he's put through on goal with his feet there. Another good chance for the lad. And he really should be... He should have a hat-trick today. There's no way he shouldn't have a hat-trick. See this game out. 2 minutes to go. I know they're leaving a lot of players up, but... What part of time? Oh, and Insua's put it in! Pablo Insua makes it 4-2 at the back post, and we are going to win another match. And I think we deserve it, just about. Creatively, we've been phenomenal today. Gaillard this time with the assist. They just held on a little bit longer. He's just whipped this to the back post, and who's there? Completely unmarked, practically. It's Pablo Insua's 5th goal of the season. Eibar 2, Huesca 4, and surely now we're going to get another victory. Go to 31 points, right when we needed it. Capo, again, brilliant work from him. We've dealt with them today, created a ton of opportunities, and finally created enough to score the goals. And honestly, Hernandez probably could have had 2 more goals on the night, and we probably could have had 6, but it doesn't matter because we've got it. Great performance from him with his head anyway. He just can't finish with his feet to save his life. Doesn't matter though, that's huge. 31 points now from 31 matches. We're 4 points clear of the relegation zone. Let's see how the other teams get on though, because they're still playing later today. Celta Vigo 2, Betis 0. Come on, Leganes? Oh, they've done it! A 92nd minute winner for Carrillo gives Leganes the victory away from home. That's surely their first away win of the season at Getafe. Getafe really are in trouble now. And we are now officially 4 points from the relegation places. No matter what happens, we'll be 4 points. Even if Girona win that game in hand, we're now 4 points above Getafe, 1 point above Betis, and only a point behind Vallecano with a game in hand. Heck, we're only 3 points behind bloody Eibar. Oh my god, what a beautiful victory that was away from home. Juan Hernandez, Malero, and Insua with the goals. I think we're in a real good spot to stay up there. We've got 4 of the 10 points I want. And we've got, what, 7 games to get the other 6 points? That is really, really pleasing. And up next, we've got 2 straight, might even be more than that, home games to come. We could probably get ourselves safe quicker than I thought we would. Still a lot on the line, though, so, oh, God. That is a really, really good episode right there. 4-2 to Wescott. I think we're really in a good position to stay up now. Those teams below us look like they've got nothing to offer. And our goal difference of -12, compared to everybody else down here, is so much more. 39 goals scored this season. That's probably nearly top half in terms of goals scored, is it not? Not quite top half, but it's certainly right on the level of that. I think we've been on top half form since the turn of the year, basically. Insane stuff. Anyway, right, next episode is going to be Sociedad. So if you've enjoyed this episode, drop a like, that'd be gorgeous. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.